Hey guys, what's going on? It is a great day in this country. President Trump won the election, over 270, popular vote, almost by 8 million. We did it. Hell yeah, guys. We freaking did it. All right. We got lots to celebrate. We got lots to get into. So let's finish the little Trump dance video and move on. All right, guys, you do me a favor. Make sure you go down there, smash the like button for me, hit that subscribe button. Really helps our channel, guys. We got a lot of celebrating to do, so we'll get right into it. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to share this video if you guys like it. Also, go check out my merch store. You know what? It's fantastic. We do not have to get rid of any of the merch because Trump won the election. So I'm not going to be one of those people holding on to, whatever, shirts or merchandise just because I have to keep the store open, or because I have to keep it open with Trump merch, even though he wouldn't have been elected, but he did. So I don't have to lose any of it, guys. That's fantastic. It's awesome. All right, so let's get right into it. Let's go get your Trump shirts, man. I'm uploading more today. We're gonna have a whole bunch of shirts that Daddy's home with the White House. We're gonna have we did it shirts. We're gonna have back to what is it? There was another. I have a whole bunch of designs all saved in my folders. So we're gonna pull those up. We're gonna upload those for you guys. Go check it out. Still, all these ones are crazy relevant. Still, even more so now. So let's get this going and let's get to the video, guys. Alrighty. So we got some cope from the mainstream media and some, I guess you would say what they think they're foreshadowing. Oh, the country's going to be so bad. Everybody's, we're worrying for American democracy, blah, blah, blah.
I'm going to turn now to our Deputy Political Director, Avery Harper, who is getting a look now at the first look at these preliminary national exit polling data. Avery, I have been waiting to see this. I'm so excited. So tell me about what you're seeing initially here.
Right, we're getting a look at the issues that voters are really starting to care about when we look at this preliminary exit poll data. When asked what the most important issue was when deciding your...
Let's see.
You're looking at it.
Those are fascinating numbers. It's really interesting, I think, to see foreign policy so low there, especially for Trump supporters, because we really heard differently even months ago. ABC Deputy Political Director Avery Harper, thank you so much.
I think the economy is the number one issue for almost every voter, even if they're unwilling to admit it. Everyone feels like the economy could be better, and it was better under Trump, even if they don't admit it. So, guys, why did Trump win so many Democrat states, even states that people were like, okay, there's likely not a chance that he'll do that? But 18 more than often Democrat states passed a bill a while back that was called the National Popular Vote Bill, which means that if the state itself that passes this bill is the majority of votes in that. So if a person wins the popular vote, whether it's a presidential candidate, whether it's whatever, that means automatically that person, for example, President Trump won the popular vote in Pennsylvania. And the reason why Pennsylvania gave him electoral votes, even though those electoral votes usually lean to the left, they have a bill that says if the popular vote is won, then it's the will of the people. And that means that those votes of the state go to the popular vote candidate. So that is why you see Democrat states for a while, they tried to get rid of the Electoral College. They've done multiple different things. Like, for example, this is why they did this. I mean, this is a good graph to prove this. So in 2012, overwhelmingly Democrat popular vote. 2016, overwhelmingly Democrat popular vote. Again, 2020, overwhelmingly Democrat popular vote. We know how rigged that election was. I mean, just look at this election compared to that one. It makes no sense that he got 81 million votes, and somehow it says that this year is lower. Like, what are you talking about? Because to my knowledge, Trump won the election with like 89,000 or 80. I can't remember. Let's look at it real quick. So Okay, yes. Oh, my bad. Sorry, 71,971 thousand, or sorry, 71,971,090. And then Kamala was, yeah, so 67,000. That's actually changed since I last looked at it. It was at like 64 million, or 67 million. Last time I looked at it, was 64 million. So yeah, it was about like an 8 or 9 difference, and now it's obviously not. It's a little less. So, but I mean, still, he's won. He's beat her by a very good margin. It's this isn't like people think it was very close. It's 47-51. That's really not that close. Like a close one is what we saw in 2020, where it was literally, 10,000 votes in some states. It was, I mean, even this has changed. So last time I looked, it was actually what was it, 276 to 224, and now it's 292 to 224. So she hasn't changed at all. This hasn't changed since probably 8:30, 8:45 this morning for her. For Trump, it's changed significantly. It's gone from 276 to 292, which is a drastic increase. So he's far above what he needs to win. And as you can see, let's look at the whole map a little bit. So he won every single swing state but Minnesota. I'm not sure, actually. I don't think Minnesota is a swing state. I know it's Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Nevada, and Arizona, and Florida used to be, but Florida really isn't anymore. Oh yeah, and then North Carolina. He won North Carolina. He won North Carolina 51. He won PA 50 or 50.5. She only got 48 in that one. He won Michigan with 49.7 and her 48.3. He won Wisconsin with is that Michigan too? Okay, yeah. Sorry. He won Wisconsin with 49.7, her 48.8, so about a percentage point. And then he won Nevada, but I think they're still counting, by the way. That's why it's not like dark yet, because or it's not one color or the other. It's just it shows you leaning whatever. So yeah, he's winning in Nevada by quite a bit, 51.7 to 46.6. Arizona 51.9 to 47.2, and Alaska 55.6 to 40.4. So he's winning every single swing state: Alaska, Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Georgia, he won 50.8 to 48.5. So he was quite a bit ahead in everything in the popular vote. And then you look at the electoral college votes, he is well ahead of the 270 mark. He is well ahead of her by literally, like, I mean, it's not even close anymore. It's drastically, leaning him, obviously. Not leaning, it is drastically, far ahead for him. And there's no way for her to even come close to anything where she could be, a recount could be done. So there is no worry for this election unless they start making up stories, guys. So all right, let's move on. I found this channel actually by accident. I recommend you guys go and check this out. I'm actually going to give them a follow. It's this Shell Shock TV. I don't like the, I would tell you how to spell the but you can just see, the last, I don't want to be spelling out that and then have it clipped. So, but yeah, it's not even a very popular channel, but I encourage you guys to go check it out. It's great, guys. We're going to go over some liberal meltdowns right now. So let's get into that.
But if you voted for that orange son of a bitch, man, as a man, you better not ask a woman to have an abortion or have a plan B. I think I'm lying, but if you voted for that orange son of a bitch, man.
We'll be leaving the country and my dad will be staying blocked after this election. See you never. Fuck this.
I guarantee you won't leave the country. Everyone who says that never leaves.
Okay, maggots. Let's get those gas prices down. Let's get those groceries affordable. Let's go back to the 50s gas prices. Let's go back to the 50s.
I'm sorry. When did any of us claim, any of us maggots, when did we claim that we wanted, that Trump could get down prices to, what, 20 cents a gallon? Are you insane? Like, That's what prices were in the 50s. Like I think 20 to 35 cents a gallon, depending on where you were. If you think that we can get prices down to that, and or your excuse is someone told you that they could, number one, that person was an idiot. Number two, I can almost guarantee you that that person doesn't exist and no one ever told you that. So why are you insinuating that people on our side of the aisle think that Trump can get things like, do you think that all Trump people think the 50s were like the golden age of America? Like, yeah, there were some great things about the 50s. There were also some disgusting and awful things about the 50s. I don't want America to go back to any time. I want America to move forward in a way where we take the best parts of every, generation, every decade, and we try to make them into what we need now. Like, are you insane? Like, do you really think that any Trump person in the country or any supporter worldwide thinks that somehow the Republican Party could lower gas prices so significantly that it'd be 30 cents a gallon? Are you crazy?
Grocery prices, when America was great, okay? I am waiting for that, and I fully expect it.
You're the one insinuating that America was great in the 1950s. Trump never said that. Popular Republican pundits have never said that. Commentators have never said that. Like me, I've never said that. Charlie Kirk's never said that. Brandon Tatum's never said that. Ben Shapiro's never said that. Steven Crowder's never said that. I can go on and on and on and on. We've never said that. You may have heard some random dude on the street say, I like the 50s a lot better than now because of this, this, and this. How do you know he was a Trumper, number one? And number two, if he did say that, it's not a consensus.
And if gas prices and grocery prices don't go down the day he takes office, then what?
Then what? I'm sorry. Are you just that mentally ill? Are you mentally slow so bad that you truly think Trump supporters think prices will just go bam the day he's in office? I want to say the R word. Are you tarded? Are you tarded? I'm going to say it like that. Are you tarded? Seriously. To think that American Trump supporters think that Trump, first day in office, will be able to lower prices so significantly that everything we've been saying that he will do will just happen on day one? What?
It'll still somehow be somebody else's fault. Let's blame Obama.
No, let's just wait and see how the policies and as the executive orders he puts in place affect the country. Give it a month, give it 2 months. When you start to see things slowly dropping, and eventually it should, once he does it, the policies take effect. You'll start to see things change within a few weeks. And then within a couple months, after the policies have, really got in, you'll see big changes. And then I'd say by the 5-month mark, you'll see significant drops in prices of groceries and oil and things like that. If you don't see that if you don't see it like consistently low prices, not as low as they were probably at the best points of the Trump administration, but close to it or even around that, then by the around 8-month mark during Trump's presidency, 8 to 9 month mark, then yes, we have some issues and we need to work on those better. But I think we will see it, either as low around that or even lower by the 8 or 9 month mark.
Obama did it all. He's the reason for all the chaos, right? Let's blame Obama. Let's blame Nixon. Let's just go way back.
Delusional take. One of the most delusional takes I've heard.
I mean this in the most disrespectful, mean way I can even say it. But if you voted for Donald Trump, then you don't deserve any part of my life. You don't deserve to be part of my children's.
I don't give a shit. I don't know you. I don't want to know you. You look like a nasty and sound like a nasty person who judges people based on political beliefs instead of moral standards and character.
Life, my husband's life, my extended family's life, none of it. You don't get any of it. You have.
I don't get to know this random, overweight, mean lady. Oh my God! Like, what am I going to do with my life if I don't know you? I'm never going to achieve my dreams of being friends with a random nobody stranger who's a miserable piece of crap. Like, that was my life dream, like, thanks a lot, bitch.
directly infringed upon the rights of people that I love, people that I care about. You have infringed upon the rights of people that I don't even know. And this election has really shown that American values do not align with my values as a person.
Then get the fuck out. Sorry for my language, but seriously, I am so tired of hearing this bullshit. American values do not align with my values, and it's such an issue. I just don't think I can live like this anymore. I don't think I can live here. I just hate America. America, it's just racist to the bone. It's get out then. I don't give a shit. Like, seriously, if you have an issue with this country, GTFO, get out. I don't give a crap. Like, you cannot, like, I don't want anyone living here that hates this country. I don't want anybody living here that constantly complains and nags. If you have an issue with this country as it is, meaning, I don't mean, the presidency, I don't mean the policies. I mean, if you have an issue with this country, like our history, our values, the majority of Americans, if you have an issue with the way we deal with law and order, all of these things, then get the hell out of our country. Go to freaking Canada. Go to the UK, where you can get arrested for using the wrong pronouns and go to prison for 22 months for using wrong pronouns. And then at the exact same time, people who get caught for pedophilia and rape children, somehow they can get less than a year and a half, or a year in prison, sometimes no prison at all. Or even a guy who chops off a person's head with a freaking machete could get no prison time after having only served 60 days in jail. And a person, yet like I said, a person who uses the wrong pronouns or says, immigrants go home, we do not want you here anymore, that guy got 24 months in prison. So saying simple things that are freely covered by free speech can't happen in Canada and the UK, specifically the UK really bad. Canada is just as bad.
As a human, as a social worker, as someone who actually cares about other people. So if you find yourself,
you only care about people that care about the things you care about. I want to make that clear. You only give a flying F about anyone if their values and opinions align with yours. If they don't, they are garbage, they are trash, they are whatever you are saying now, awful people that you don't want to associate with. That is not caring. Caring for people, if you are a caring, really actual, truly caring person, you will care for anybody if they need it, if they are in need, if they, any of that. You can't be a caring social worker person if you aren't willing to care for the children or the parents or the women who are struggling through things. If you aren't willing to put aside their political beliefs and just care for them and be there for them as a person, that's just garbage. You shouldn't be a social worker if you don't even have the ability to separate political views and opinions from a person's character and moral standing.
You were one that voted for, the Republican Party. No, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm not joking.
No, thank you either. Like,
what I'm going to do.
Friends with Democrats if they're willing to be friends with a Republican. But this kind of shit, like, no. We don't want you either. Get out. Like, you got a couple, I don't know, I'm guessing non-binaries doing what non-binaries do.
When Kamala Harris wins.
What?
I'm going to get pregnant and then have like 50 abortions.
Oh my God.
I don't know what these people are. I'm guessing woman, deep voice. I'm guessing either former woman now trying to be a man, doesn't look like it, or former man, still a man. They're both men. Everybody's, if you stay the gender and the sex you are, bullshit. I don't believe anything else. Anyways, so they previously thought, they are a man, and now they think they're a woman, or they're a woman and then now they think they're a man. I don't know if it's drugs lowering the voice, or it sounds kind of like that, but it also could be they had such a deep voice that the drugs are trying to higher their voice and it sounds like that. So you never know with these people. That's the point of this non-binary bullshit. It's just to confuse you. Like they get off from people being confused by who they are. It's literally like AGP people, the guys who dress up as women and they act like they're trans, but it's all a sexual kink for them. They get off from people viewing them as a woman. So it's just like, it's disgusting, and it's all based around the same thing. I'm starting to think this is a man. I can't tell though.
But I want babies. But abortion.
I don't know. I think it's a man. I can't tell. At this point, actually looking into leaving, I can get Irish citizenship easily. Watermelon symbol. Do you really think you would be accepted by anybody who supports or anybody in Palestine? Like, yeah, go to Ireland. It's a shithole of horrible immigration, Palestinian, protesting pricks and fascists. Like, go have fun over there.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Just texted my best friend. My best friend of 14 years. Literally half of my life. I'm 28. And I asked them who they voted for.
And they said Trump.
They said Donald Trump.
And you're in tears over it.
Assuming you voted the opposite. And I said yes. And then my friend texted me and said, will you still be my friend?
No, you won't? That's pretty pathetic. Yes or no?
Half of my life, this person is my best friend.
Then they still should be, no matter what their political beliefs are. But you feel so betrayed that you are crying and made a video just because your friend voted to do what was best for them in this country instead of voting with their emotions and letting political ideology jade them, or make them jaded and corrupt their mind and brainwash them into voting for someone based on their race. Like, you're mad that they finally did what they thought was right. I'm guessing maybe they're pro-life even. But yet again, Donald Trump isn't the most pro-life president. Yes, he's allowing states to do what they want and even ban abortion. But he's also allowing states to put basically no restrictions on abortion. I think there should be, but he won over independent voters due to that stance. So I'm not going to knock him for it. I think maybe we can change it. And people will feel betrayed if he does that, but he only has one term. He only has one term, and the person after him can say, well, I didn't agree with that. If Trump does change his mind on that and make a more pro-life country, that'd be awesome. And then the next person, like Vivek or JD Vance, could just say, well, I didn't agree with that, and do the exact same thing as Trump later. Just say that you want this and then, change it. I don't agree with that. I think that's a bad thing for politicians to do. But I mean, they can do whatever they want, but Trump only has one term left. So he doesn't really have to really, if the liberals voted for him for a certain reason, he doesn't have to follow that. He can be the more conservative version of himself. And I think that's what he will do, hopefully. That's what I pray. All right. Let's see. I only got a little bit more.
Fuck this FYP be thinking today, because I do not need to be seeing gloating posts about people, about their president, and oh my God, he won, I'm so happy. Fuck you. Fuck you and your mom. I hope you die.
Gee, disgusting people.
To tell me to calm down right now.
I can't understand anything you're saying. You're Irish.
Something's off. Something's off. Ever since he said he had that secret with Mike Johnson, something's off.
You're the one that's off.
It just doesn't feel right.
You look like roadkill.
Maybe I'm just...
you look like roadkill. I am not kidding. You look like roadkill. What the hell is on your head? It's natted. Can you guys see this? Look at this. Okay, look at that. It looks like a brush, like an old horsehair brush. Or not even that. It just looks fucking nappy, dude. It looks disgusting. I mean, the only hair that's not tangled and looking like some old white, it looks like steel wool. That's it. It looks like fucking steel wool. Look at this. That is rusty, old, shitty steel wool right there. Look at that. Like I'm rust. All right, let's see this. All right, let's see. All right, now let's open this up bigger. All right, let's see. I think right. Here we go. All right, let's see. Come on. All right, there we go.
He had that secret with Mike Johnson. Something's off. It just doesn't
Look at that.
feel
All right,
right.
see it?
Maybe I'm
right
just
there.
wishful thinking.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Let's actually. All right, there we go. What do you guys think? I think so. I think it's a match. I mean, there could be a better match. Like, there's probably a better one over here. I don't know. It's pretty freaking close. I mean, you can't get closer, and it definitely was steel wool I was thinking of. All right, so let's see. Oh, here we go.
Ask my ex.
I don't know what that person is. If they're gay, lesbian, trans, woman, man, I don't know. They look weird though. That forehead and the eyebrows look like a freaking drag queen.
I hate to break it to you motherfuckers, but guess what? The lesbians are gonna fuck all your wives now. Ask my ex. I hate to break it to you motherfuckers, but guess what?
What the hell is wrong with these people?
For real though, Joe Biden could actually save us from a Donald Trump presidency. Yes, you're seeing this after the election results. It is 100% possible for Joe Biden to step down and make Kamala Harris the 47th president. And
for what reason? Yes, he could step down and then she could be president for 2 months, but that does nothing. She doesn't win the presidency in the coming election or the coming presidential term. She just is a very short-term president, like other vice presidents who have either taken the place of someone, whether it was through someone resigning or through assassination. So you have that instance, like, where people took office for a very short time before the election, but it's never happened after an election was already cast and a winner was chosen. So I mean, yeah, we could still do it, but what's the point? Just so the history books say Kamala Harris is the 47th president of the United States? Why? I mean, honestly, he's already won the election and we're so close to the end of the year. It's possible that if it happened, and it happened in maybe late December or mid-December, that they would just take Trump into office early instead of having her be the president, just so that there's not, 2 transition teams and a whole bunch of more pompous and money spent around her, basically her, transition into that position. And it would just be pointless for the country to do that, and a waste of money, a lot of money.
Claim that making Donald Trump president would go against the oath of upholding the Constitution.
Oh, and then claiming that making him president, even though he's won the Democratic election in this country through the Constitutional Republic of America and won the popular vote, both and electoral college votes, and somehow that even though he's done all that legally, with tons of fraud against him, tons of voter suppression and bomb threats and ballot box locations being blown up and set on fire, and legal immigrant voting, hundreds of thousands in some states like Arizona, 218,000 just in Maricopa County, and hundreds of thousands in other states, and tens of thousands in some that had a less of an issue. Somehow, with all of that, he still won the popular vote, which shows you that if they had removed all those non-citizen voters and illegal immigrant voters and didn't do the voter suppression and screw up people's different locations to go vote and just shut them down and not tell them where to go next, and power outages, all that shit, if they hadn't have done that, we would be looking at an even more decisive win. Like, instead of what it is now at 71, basically almost 72 million, it would be closer to probably 80 million or just like 75 to 78 million, but it would be much closer to 80 million. That's how big of a difference it would be if they didn't do the things they did. And Kamala Harris would still have the same number she has now because it was all in Republican districts for voter suppression, and the ballot boxes affected Republican districts as well. This is from Colin Rugg.
It's not a surprise that these cases can't go forward when Donald Trump takes office. What's interesting here is that the DOJ is moving to end them even before he takes office, citing the long-standing DOJ policy that sitting presidents can't be prosecuted. And there was some thought that maybe Special Counsel Jack Smith was going to sprint through the finish.
This is great news. Jack Smith has completely dropped all of his cases against Donald Trump. The DOJ cited the policy that presidents can't be prosecuted. So this is actually great news. And most of the other cases that are either still in action that aren't up to Jack Smith are going to be removed as well. And that also means the appeal that he's already done, that he was already most likely going to win for the 34 felonies, is also going to be, either just removed and not really pardoned, but just removed. The court case will be annulled, basically. That's what we're looking for, or we're looking, most likely to happen if everything continues to go the way it is. I mean, Jack Smith's already removed his cases, and the appeal process for the other ones is most likely just going to get, accepted, and then those cases will be thrown out, and we'll see that hopefully in the next couple weeks. So we'll keep looking into that. We already went over this. This is ridiculous. We have meltdowns underway everywhere.
At the result, but I'm not surprised. I'm surprised at the result, but I'm not surprised. As a woman of color, I was so hopeful that a mixed race woman married to a Jewish guy could be elected president of this country. And I think that it had nothing to do with policy. I think this was... It
had everything to do with policy. That's the reason she lost, is she had no policy. She copied everything from Trump that was good. And the other ones that she had to press because of the progressives just were not resonating with your average voter. And that's why she lost. And because her party consistently demonizes more than half of America and even independents, while then anyone who, they think should vote Democrat was just getting criticized and shit on by them, saying, you should know better. You should do this. You should want to do this because she's the first, this. It's all bullshit.
It was a referendum of cultural resentment in this country.
Well, I think it...
No, it's a referendum on Democratic nastiness, on lies, fake news, and the way they run campaigns against people and how they treat the voters. It's a referendum on their voter treatment. It's like their bedside manner for voters is horrible. Yeah, so this one is ridiculous. MSU professor, as a queer immigrant woman of color, I can just not go on. She sent an entire notice to her students. Dear students, I am canceling class today to grieve the presidential election results. As a queer immigrant woman of color, I cannot, in good conscience, go on about my day like everything is all right. This is just a major historical event that we are witnessing. I hope you take the time to care for yourself. I will post about my next steps regarding P3 soon. I will see you all in person on 11/11. Having said that, please know that no matter what your political beliefs are, you are welcome in my class and will not be discriminated against in any way. Please reach out if you want to talk to me. Yeah. I have a feeling she's not going to be it's not accurate that she's not going to discriminate against you for your political beliefs. I can almost guarantee you she will. And this Democrat, even though they admit the economy was better and gas was cheaper, they're so mad about women not being able to kill their babies that they just say this. And from what I can tell, just the shape of the beard, the fact that they do not know how to trim their beard, the overly feminine shape of the face and the receding hairline, I think this is a trans man. So a woman who thinks they're a man just looks like it. I mean, you guys have seen other trans men. especially when they get overweight like this. They all look the same.
You voted against me.
And the voice. It sounds super gay and, you know, trying to wear overly masculine clothes and nerdy stuff to look more manly because women really aren't that big of a nerds. And when they are, they're a completely different type of nerd. So let's actually see if I can turn this up a bit. All right, here you go.
You voted against me. You voted against my right to live.
Oh, my right to live. You guys hear that? My right to live. So this is a trans person.
It's my right to live. You voted against all the women and their rights.
Yep.
I hope you enjoy your cheap fucking gas.
I hope you enjoy your cheap effing gas. Yeah. Okay. I was right. This is a trans man. And it was obvious to me from the beginning. But yeah. So, I mean, they're just coping, looking for any excuse to just hate on whatever's going on just because they know, yeah, the economy would be better, but, you know, I don't get my way. So I'm going to make sure everyone thinks, you know, everyone I know on my side of the aisle can sit there and say, oh, well, it's because of this that happened. It's because of this that it happened. It's, and they're just going to do this and this and this. It's all fear-mongering bullshit to try to whip up as much hate and polarization and you know, all that crap as much as possible so they can try to maybe either protest or do whatever else. And we're going to be seeing protests quite a bit for the next couple of weeks, I'm guessing, even more. We already had a big Palestine protest last night in the middle of the night in New York, and it's going to continue like that for a little while. So I just hope you guys are prepared. Alrighty, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Don't forget to go down there. Please smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button for me, too. Really helps the channel when you guys do this. So make sure you go do that. It's always, it's a little thing for you guys, but it's a real big one for me. So I appreciate it if you guys go do that and ring the bell for notifications. Make sure you get all my good stuff. All right, don't forget to go down there and please leave a comment. And if you like this video, please go and share it. It really helps out my channel, too. Don't forget to go check out my Discord server at Conservative Confucius' server. Also, go check out my merch store at streamlabs.com/Conservative Confucius/merch. That is streamlabs.com/Conservative Confucius/merch. All right, and we'll check out some of that real quick. I showed you, we got tons of stuff. Election Wars, we won it, so we're going to make a new one, kind of like that. And then we have, all kinds of stuff, dude. We got so much. We got our Don't Tread on Me stuff. We got our Trump stuff right here, or basically it's all Trump, but, we got Force is Strong with him. And, we got Make America Great Again with the red Trump, or with the red Stormtrooper hat. We got Fight, Fight, Fight with Vader and on a shirt, too. We got the Messianic Cross. We got Make America Great embroidered premium shirt, and a ton of other good stuff, guys. Go check it out. You got MAGA hats, everything. We got custom colors too. So if you want, something that's not as common, just come here, pick out the color you want, and there you go. We got trucker MAGA hats as well, and we got our Conservative Confucius snapbacks and our trucker caps as well, and our premium snapbacks as well, all in different colors. We got jackets for the winter. We got a little thinner bomber jacket with the United We Stand design right there on the back. The Fight, Fight, Fight design. So it's the Trump Fight, Fight, Fight. Yeah, right there, that design. And then we got the Conservative Confucius MAGA gang sweatpants. They're awesome. They're really comfy. They're great. They're high quality. We got our bucket hat. We got our MAGA gang slides, and our heavy duty bomber from MAGA gang embroidered. Really, really nice stuff, guys. So go check that out for me. All righty, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a good one.